break something. Really do. Just want to go, just take a hammer to something and just break it. I'm so just fed up with everything. Really am. Just nothing's wanted to work for me today. Nothing. Otherworld Legends. Now, if you want to see somebody happy and having a good Christmas, you're better off leaving right now. Felt like garbage all today. So much anxiety today. It's just... I mentioned it! Otherworld Legends. If you want to watch someone happy, then go somewhere else. I've had a really shitty day. Just at my breaking point right now. I really am. Surprised my computer didn't crash from the drivers crashing while I was installing them. That's why I'm in a really bad mood right now. It's not fun when stuff like that happens for no reason at all. Really nerve-wracking. So I don't have the money to fix the computer. If anything's wrong with it, I'm done. I don't make any money. I don't get paid. I'm just overwhelmed right now. Wish I had things easy. I'd say I just want to just delete it all. I just want to just smash something and just give up. I'm really at that point right now. I feel like just the odds are against me and I can't get ahead. It's demoralizing when you try your best. It's not good enough. It's not good enough for anybody. Everything just wants to screw you over at every turn. Keep trying and trying and trying. It's a horrible feeling, and I deal with it every day of my life. Just wondering why I exist. I appreciate that you're here, but you should go watch somebody who's better. I'm not worth anything. Should have just given up on everything a long time ago. I don't know why I even bother. I guess the one good thing happened today. That was that my computer didn't completely break when the drivers crashed mid-installation. That's why I'm such a mess right now. That's like a near-death experience when you're a content creator. It's not the kind of thing you want to see happen. Luckily, it seems to have installed fine. I tried a bunch of games offline and they're working as intended, so that's good at least. It's just, I didn't need that extra stress today. Really did not. Now I'm like anxious that something else is gonna happen. Sucks about anxieties. You're always in that fight or flight response to when things just don't let up. And it's really draining. It's exhausting to deal with. But stuff like this has been happening for a while now, and my body is just worn out from it. My body and my mind. That I end up in the mental hospital, dude. What kind of a question is that? Can't tell somebody that has anxiety to stop fighting. That's terrible advice. Come on now. Which is why I should just like not talk about the things that bother me. My mental illness classes and stuff because nobody understands. Because they're all normal people and they're lucky to have normal brains. Not a mess like I am. Should just not talk about it at all. I'm just not going to do that anymore. So nobody understands. I have to bear the burden of this by myself the rest of my life. No, it's not your fault, it's my fault. I'm the one that's a broken mess. A laundry list of mental problems and trauma. It's no one's fault but mine. Just down on my luck right now, that's all. I've been working at trying to stay positive, but I have days like today and yesterday, it's really hard to have that mentality. But I'm gonna get something to eat tomorrow. Just try to relax. And not do too much of this channel for a while. One thing I definitely need to do next year is I need to go see my friends. I think this pandemic has completely annihilated my mental health. I know a lot of people feel like that too, but it's been really hard for me. So that's one thing I have control over. I need to start doing that. Get away from this. Get away from where I live and just go see my friends. I think that's one thing I have control over. I've had people mistreat me, and I've had bad luck on this site and stuff, but that's one thing I can control. And I think I really need to start focusing on that. It's getting out of here for me. This pandemic it's ruined like pretty much any progress I was making with my mental health. And it's just shitty because it's not my fault. I know it's not my fault, but you know, this stuff's not ending. It's not going away any. It's just draining when you feel like you don't have control of the things that are making you feel like shit. But ever since this started, I have felt out of control. I don't have any cats right now. My cat passed away a couple months ago. That's been hard for me to deal with it too, of course. The neighbor has a lot of cats. She was yelling at me for things that weren't my fault yesterday, and I'm still recovering from that. It's a vicious cycle to deal with. Sometimes, like today, I just didn't want to go over there at all. I just wanted to be alone. I can't take on their stress all the time. A lot of times I have to. That's not helping things either. I've got enough of my own stress. Yeah, mental health care is a joke. It really is. It really is a joke. It's a sick joke. How much they want you to pay to not feel like garbage. It's something nobody should have to pay for. But here we are. Especially in America. It's not taken seriously. I wonder why there's so many people doing horrible things. It's like, well, they feel trapped. They feel like shit. They feel like they have nowhere to turn. They've tried everything and they haven't been able to get anywhere in life. There should be a price on, like, getting help. The world's fucked up. It really is. Yes, there are people that just do terrible things because they want to, but I really believe a lot of people just feel like they're out there breaking the point. They just don't have healthy ways to cope. And our world doesn't make it easy to cope either, they make it hard. It's hard enough to admit that you need help in the first place. That's one of the hardest things to do. But then you gotta pay like an arm and a leg and your left testicle to go see a therapist. It's like, why? You have the courage to realize that there's a problem and you want to get help, but then you gotta jump through all these hoops and pay so much money. It's really fucked up. And I know that from experience. Pandemic has been terrible for overall mental health for everybody, not just me. And most people don't even want to admit that there's a problem, that they need help with something. But then to make it cost so much is like not helping. That's what makes people not want to get help. Feels like you can't financially recover from like just talking to somebody about your problem. Like, that's everything that's wrong with the world right now. It really is. A lot of people don't want to admit that they have a problem. All I can say is I've been in a mental hospital numerous times throughout my life, ever since I was a teenager. If you're not in there and you're coping healthily, you're doing something right. And I know I'm doing better than I could be. I saw a lot of people in there that were a lot like me. Similar things causing their mental illnesses and stuff. And they had horrible drug addictions and stuff. I know I'm doing better than I could be, and I want to make sure that people realize that too. You don't have to be making millions or have like a significant other or something to be doing good for mental health. There's a lot of worse ways you can be coping. If you cope just doing stuff like this, you're doing pretty good, trust me. A lot of people don't know how to cope healthily. They don't have any kind of outlet, or their outlet is self-sabotaging, like drugs or alcohol. I've never done any of that stuff, and I'm really thankful. I'm a fucking mess, but I can realize now that I've done a lot right. You gotta count your small victories, especially with how fucked up the world is right now. I think that's something everybody could learn. It's eye-opening being in a mental hospital, because you see... We've never been in one, which I don't wish that on anybody. We've never been in one. The stuff they show in the movies is not accurate. There aren't people in, like, straight jackets running around and screaming random syllables and stuff. That's not what it is. But you have very little control over anything. Pretty much all your freedom is taken away. Like, you have no control over anything, pretty much. It's that loss of control that's really frightening, and not knowing when you're going to be able to leave. Last time I was in there was about 10 years ago, and I had to fight to get out of there. The guy that was in charge of releasing hated me. And he thought I was, like, some kind of, like, basket case that was going to, like, rampage or something. And I had to fight to get out of there. When you get out of there, you realize that, man, a lot of people really are messed up. It's just people that deal with it are the ones that have, like, healthy outlets to deal with it. Stuff like this really helps me. You know, some people, they do drugs and alcohol, and they really screw up their bodies. Now, if you don't do any of that stuff and you haven't been in there, you're doing something right. Trust me. I'm feeling better just playing this. I enjoy playing this game. It's fun. Of course, as soon as I say that, it starts beating my ass, but it's the hardest level to get at the end. The enemies have really high stun resistance. It's the coolest boss. It's also like the hardest boss. Don't see him that often. Really fast attack to me. I want to play as this guy. They need to add this guy. What a beast. Definitely the coolest boss. When a martial artist, not cool though. Yeah, that's a healthy way to cope. Don't let anybody tell you it's not. Some people just want you to be unhappy. You gotta realize that. Some people are just massive wastes of time. I've learned that the hard way, especially the past few years. There's worse things you can be doing. Take that from somebody who's been in mental hospital like 3 or 4 times. A lot of people in there were a lot like me, but they couldn't cope like I could. You know, I can still function. I don't have any like drug addictions or anything. Doing that kind of stuff is just self-sabotage. You gotta deal with your demons in a healthier way. GG. Good run. Whoa, man! Congrats, dude! Dude, that's huge. I wish that would happen to me. Wow. That's incredible. That's incredible. That's really cool to hear. Congrats. Well, it comes with the assumption you're going to give them some of the money, which is can always make things feel a little bit hollow. I think that's why some people that like are rich or they're rich or they win something like that, they don't always want to announce it. Yeah, that's cool though. Congrats. You can go buy a PS5 and a 3060. Go pay the scalpers. The only way to get that stuff right now. Paying scalpers. Well, now you can pay the scalpers and be done with it. That's quite the achievement as a gamer these days. Yep, that's the reality of it too. Even if you win like $1 million, it's not much anymore. A lot of people are really ravaged by student debt loan and shit. Like even winning like 20 grand can be kind of feel hollow with how our world is right now. It's like I won this money, but I can't use it on anything to make myself feel better. I gotta spend it on $8 trillion of student loan debt and stuff. Yep, the price of everything is going up. It really is. I definitely feel really thankful that I did not go to college. I'm witnessing a lot of my friends that I used to know, used to be closer to. Just, they have so much student debt, they can't get rid of it. Like, you know, I don't make much, but I don't owe anybody anything. The older I get, I realize it's a blessing. It really is. I don't make anything, but I don't owe anybody anything either. That's a lot more of a blessing than you might think. College is a scam right now. It really is. Especially with the job market. Pretty much sign away any good times in the prime of your life, and then go to college, and there's like not even a guarantee you'll get a job. I'm definitely more thankful for that as I get older. I don't have that problem. I've got a lot of problems, but that's one I don't have. What's up, Andrew? Have they announced the new boss syndrome yet? I got 14,000 rubies. I didn't play the game today because I didn't do kitty sitting today, but kind of interested to see what they'll add. Some people are saying it's going to be Magaki. Interesting to see what they do. We'll probably get like one copy of him without spending any money. Yeah, I got the what's it called? I don't remember what that set's called, but I got it from I got it from the recycled banner they did, the rerun. I still have 14,000 rubies, so pretty good chance I'll get like maybe 1-2 copies of whatever they add. So I had to buy some IOU Christmas gifts. My mom wants an eShop game card, and I'm gonna pick up a couple games from the sale. So I don't know how much funds I'll have for KOF. Also, my controller program is like not working with it yesterday. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to cash in this game for a while. Probably just play this more during the kitty sitting streams. This game has native controller support. Hello. It is, yes, but it will be on Steam in April. I highly recommend it. Really great game. I've been addicted to it. I've been playing this every day. And it's not pay to win either. Mostly pay to give the people that made it some money for making such a good game. Not, there's no loot boxes or anything. I know people hear mobile game and they instantly think like loot boxes and predatory monetization and stuff. This game doesn't have anything like that. Pretty much everything you can get for free. There's a couple of things you can't, but it's like $2-3. They're not asking for a fortune. I mean, when you look at all those... You look at all those articles of people like getting divorces because they spend like their life savings trying to get a waifu in a mobile game or something. $4 for a character guaranteed is, I think that's more than reasonable. Like, they're not asking for much. How do you stream on the phone? You can use a, I'm not streaming from the phone right now. I'm on an emulator. But I do stream from the phone when I'm at my other job. I just use the YouTube app. It's got built-in chat and everything. So depending on what you're playing, you might have some bottlenecking. The phone's gonna overheat faster. That's why when I play like mobile games, I play stuff like this. This game runs fine, even when my phone is overheated. But like if I try to play something like Punishing Gray Raven, after like 20-30 minutes of streaming, my phone's gonna be overheating, and the throttling will kick in. It just depends. Emulators run fine too. Sometimes I play like old arcade games and stuff, and have that problem. Yeah, but my phone has really bad heat management. That's why it's been nice to play this, because this has, like, it's the best of both worlds. There's no stamina. It runs fine even when it's overheated. And it has built-in controller support, so everything I need. There's another phone I'm looking at, but I don't know when I'll have the funds to get it. It's more likely that I'd ask somebody to buy it on their credit card and pay them, but I don't know who would do that for me. But that phone's supposed to be really good. You could run, like, even the PS2 emulator really well. The heat management is really good. I've had some success with mobile content. Some of the videos I've done. It's just I don't really play the popular mobile games, so my phone can't run them, and I don't want to play them. What's the phone? It's called the LG V60. They don't make it anymore, but it's like a really good phone because I think it's got a Snapdragon 865. It has SD card support, which is something very few phones have these days. So the processor and the heat management and the fact that it has SD card support. Yeah, how is that phone? That's what I'm looking at. It's just I would need to, like, bum someone's credit card to get it. A very low income, of course, but... How is that phone? Yeah, that's the one that I'm looking at, but it's like 200, 250. That's good to hear. Well, that'll, I'll put that knowledge to good use. Yeah, phone industry is really scummy. They like to, strip features away from stuff just to make more money. Like, it doesn't cost anything to put an SD card reader in there. Don't let anybody tell you it does. They just take it out because they know that you buy a phone every year. So a lot of people that buy phones, they change phones like their socks. And it's just become like the market. Programmed obsolescence and shit like that. So to have a phone like that that doesn't do any of that is pretty crazy. That's the one that I want to try to get. I'll have to talk to some friends and ask them, like, can you just get this for me off eBay? And I'll pay you. Oh, wow. Nah. I'm gonna pass on that. Tempting, but no. Not worth it. After image with this character is too strong. And I have lightning too, so this is proccing even more. Yeah, the new phones suck. I've only had a smartphone for like a couple years, but they all suck because they like to strip away features and try to harvest more money out of you. I was looking at the Google Pixel 6, which apparently has a pretty decent processor, but it has no SD card support, and there's no HDMI out, so I decided I wasn't gonna get that one. I barely use my phone to call anybody either. I call like my psychiatrist and my parents and my grandma. That's like basically it. And my neighbor if she needs something. To me, it's basically just like it's just a tiny laptop. I'm sure a lot of people are in that boat though. Phones aren't really phones anymore. They're just like tiny laptops, and it just depends on what you try to do with it. Like filming stuff, or photography, or gaming. Does that phone have HDMI out? Do you know? If it did, that would be pretty great for me. Ah, wow, that's like everything I need. How does it run KOF All-Star? Like, can you play, not that it matters anymore, because the Immortals have been power crept pretty hard, but can you play, like, the Immortals? Without any lag? Because that shit's, like, terribly optimized. I'd like to see, like, a video of you playing, like, an Immortal. That shit's a slideshow on, like, both emulator and the phone. Runs really bad. Not that it matters anymore, the Immortals are pretty much auto-clear now. With the Guilty Gear characters. Leona and Gonitz. You don't even really need that anymore, but I'm just curious. It's like a benchmark to me. Go look at the community post. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Trying to move past that. Thanks for asking, though. Trying to get past that funk, which I'm glad I was able to do that today. Thank you, guys. Yeah, there's a cat pet, but I don't have it yet. Unlock it. kind of past the point where I can spend money. I don't really want to... Actually, I will take this. I will buy this. Because the Thunder doesn't do anything on the boss. No, they're visual. This game is not pay to win at all. Like, they had a bundle with like 4 of the characters for like $4 for Christmas. This is not a pay to win game at all. It has microtransactions, but they're like the most fair microtransactions. There's no competitive element either, so... I mean, yes, you could spend like a paycheck and get a bunch of the gems and power up your character, but... I mean, I'm getting several hundred right now just playing the game. Not pay to win at all. It's definitely a good side game. If you do play like a gacha or something, and you like don't want to pick up another one because of the time and the money investment, this game is it's a great side game. The monetary investment is very small, maybe like 20 bucks or something. Get like the pub membership and like maybe a couple other characters, which right now are on sale for like $4. It's not something you need to like dump a lot of money into. Definitely good to play on the side. You know, most people can't play like more than a couple of these games at a time because even if you're free to play, it just takes so much time. Unless it's like literally the only thing you do, you don't do anything else in your adult life. Like, you can't play a lot of these games, even if you don't spend the dime. This one's pretty much, you know, if you like the game, you can get some decent stuff, but they never really strong-arm you into doing it. Even the characters you can earn for free if you do the missions. Yeah, I spent 20 bucks to get a couple more of those tokens. And I got A3 Chizuru and I got the option card. Problem is I don't have imprint stones for her, so that character is benched. I only have one Starlight imprint stone. I hear that character makes the raids like trivial, but it'll be a while until I can use her. I got all the stuff. I got all the stuff out of the Rush Dungeon too. Character basically has all the best in slot gear, but the imprint stones. Yeah, I really wanted, like, Pinnacle of Combat and Punishing Gray Raven to replace KOF for me, because the gameplay is better in those games, but the problem with Pinnacle is it overheats the phone too quickly. That's the first problem. The second problem is they're very, very slow to put out content. There hasn't been anything going on in that game for months. Like, I'm glad I got Virgil and stuff, but, like, there hasn't been anything to do in that game. The problem is they're trying to make, like, console character action game quality content with, like, a smaller team, a smaller budget. And it takes them a long time to add anything. Not really a game you need to play every day, which, I mean, depending on how you feel, that might be a good thing, but they don't update it constantly like the other games I was playing. PGR, just, the stamina system is really restricted. I don't mind that it has stamina, I'm used to that kind of thing, but that game, it really ruins the fun. It feels like you progress really slowly. Even if you're doing the right thing, you, like, just don't have enough fatigue. This game is Otherworld Legends. This is the starter character, by the way. This is the starter character that you get for free. Like, the first one you start with. Now, this game is not pay to win, but some of the characters do cost real money. It's a starter character you play with. And she's capable of doing horrible things like that. Should tell you something. Really easy to get a good build going with her. The easiest characters to build around. You don't have to think too hard. Oh, I'm not gonna do another run of this. I've had my fill. I've done like 3 or 4 runs today. Oh yeah, I got some new gems, huh? Should check those out. Got almost everything in Deva Realm. Rescue time reduces. I guess that's for co-op. This game has online co-op. I just don't have anybody else that plays this. I have no idea how it works. I'd like to work on this one next. Right now I'm sticking with this one as I have a full build in here. Slow down the feared enemies is really nice. Fear on crit's really nice too. Increase the duration. And then you can infect the other enemies. It's good for crowd control. Alright, well that's enough of this for tonight. Well, I'm on XSplit 4.2 right now, so that greatly limits what I can play. The 4.3 beta they gave me, it's been crashing a lot. Every time I go into full screen, it crashes. I don't know what caused that. It's not the driver update that almost botched today. Nothing to do with that, because it was doing it before I did that update. I have no idea what could be causing that. It puts me in a difficult spot in terms of streaming. I might have to do like more console games or something. Basically anything demanding on the graphics card, I can't stream. If I go full screen, it crashes. The only thing I can think of is updating Windows, but I just don't want to do that. Rule of thumb is if you're a content creator, you don't update shit unless you absolutely have to. It's like the last resort to get things working, because you don't know what else that's going to break, and I've had that problem before on here. Like, update like Windows or something, and everything just starts to break. I don't have the patience for that right now. There's some things I want to play, but I'm on 4.2 right now, and 4.2 doesn't have GPU priority, so it limits what I can stream. The game will run fine, but the feed, it's gonna be really choppy. That's annoying. It's more stress I don't need. I talked to them today, and they said they don't have a new version of that PTR release. I'm probably just experiencing like PTR bugs or something, but it's a pain. One of many things that's been really making me devoid of patience lately. I think I might stop there. Actually, I'm pretty hungry. All I had today was leftover pizza. I bought a leftover pizza. I bought a I bought a large pizza with some of the donations because I just felt really down on my luck. And I'm glad I did that today. At least I had something nice for Christmas. But I haven't eaten anything in hours. I think I should probably just call it there. I've been really drained and stressed out and depressed today. And I have kitty sitting later today, and that could be very polarizing over there sometimes. So let me see. Is there anything on to watch right now? So if there's not, I'll keep going. That's right. Kamen Rider Zero One is on Toku Shouts right now. I might just watch that tonight. That doesn't sound terrible. Just looking to see if there's any good streams on right now. A nice, comfy stream will help me relax, kind of calm my mind. I've been under a lot of stress these past few days. I see some stuff to watch. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there, folks. And I should eat something and take my meds. I think uh, I think that'll be good. I'm gonna try some things. I'm gonna try increasing my page file and see if that fixes Final Fantasy and it might fix XSplit too. As I'm thinking my page file might be really small, and that might be causing some things to not work. 'Cause I have 32 gigs of RAM in here. Like, I'm not gonna run out of memory unless I load like 800 tabs of keyboard cat or something. Like, the computer can handle pretty much anything. It's not gonna run out of RAM, but someone did mention that increasing page file might fix things. So I think I'm gonna try that off camera because that just takes a couple mouse clicks. Um, but yeah, my XSplit's very unstable right now. It's been crashing a lot. I have no idea why. So that's the thing about PC gaming is you don't hear that from people that brag about the computers. I don't like to brag about my computer, especially because mine's like it's pretty mid range. It's like nothing really spectacular. The the processor and the NVMe drive and the RAM are like they're pretty good, but my GPU is starting to get on. 2060 is like barely cutting it for 1080p gaming. Certain games now. But yeah, people like to brandish the penis about computers, and it's like, well, why don't they brag about when Windows updates itself and program you need for work just doesn't work anymore? They never brag about that. But like, that's the reality of content creation. It's just like sometimes shit just stops working, and I kind of just reached my breaking point today. And I'm sorry that I vented, but I feel better that I got it out. I don't know. Streams today are kind of going to be a mess because XSplit keeps crashing. The 4.31 does. That's the only one that's got GPU priority, which means that I can play like higher end games. I'll try to see if I can figure out what's causing that, but in the event I don't, I'll probably just play like Kunio. Problem with Kunio is they announced an update for next month, and I've already beaten the game twice. So I don't know if I want to keep playing that game because it's like a single player game. And they're already saying, "Oh, we're going to make this game much better next month." It's like, well, that makes me not want to play the game right now. And that's the problem with games releasing half finished and broken. Especially when there's single player. It's like, well, when you tell me something like that, it makes me not want to play your video game at all. Because the game has a finite amount of content, and I was very close to exhausting all of it. I was very close to exhausting almost all of it, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna make this game better next month." It's like, well, I'm just gonna stop playing that game now. It's actually really annoying when they do that. I'm glad that they listen to feedback, but like, Legend of Tian Ding was another one too. That game was great, but it had some really bad jank, really unpolished, amateurish design with like the side quests and stuff. But I did everything in that game. I got the true ending, and then they're a week later. It's like, oh well, we made this so much better. I'm like, why didn't you do that from the start? I already did everything in that game. Like, I completed every side quest. I got every ending. I got almost every item. There's nothing left for me to do in that game. And now they're doing patches for it. I'm like, come on now. Why didn't you use your beta testing period better and like knock that shit out? It's like now I don't care how much they made it better because I already solved the game. Like I exhausted like 99% of the content it has. All that was left was just getting some of the side items, and like I already beat the game, so that's kind of why I stopped playing Kunio. Is they announced that on their Twitter a couple days ago. I'm like, well, if I only have a playthrough and a half of this game left before I'm done with it, I'm just gonna wait. Scarlet Nexus has been like that too. They update that game like every month. I've had it backlogged since the summer, and they keep adding more and more updates. I'm like, when are you guys gonna stop? It's like you get at most like two playthroughs out of that game, and even then, people are saying you can get away with one, and just watch the cutscenes for the other character. And they update it like every month. It's like, when am I supposed to play this game? Why didn't you finish it at the start? I don't know. They've been adding like challenge modes to that, like new items and quests and stuff. And it's like, when is it safe for me to play this game? That's the feeling I get. I'm glad that they're updating that game. A lot of people really liked it, but it's also like a single playthrough game. So when they update it like every 3 weeks, it's like I don't know when is it safe to play this. That's what's weird about single player games. They can be harder to play than service games right now because they get like slammed in reviews for like this part of this game sucks. Like this game is good, but there's one part of it that really sucks. It's like, okay, we'll fix it. It's like, okay, well, it took you like 2 months to fix it. I already did everything in the game. Like, I kind of don't care anymore. Like, I'm already over the game. I've done everything. There's no challenge left. That was the problem I had with Tian Ding. They made a lot of those side quests better, but I already did it the hard way. Like, I already, you guys saw me. I streamed most of my time with that game. It was really fun. But then someone in my Discord posts, oh, they added this patch. I'm like, too little, too late. I already beat the game. Like, unless you're going to add more content to it, I kind of don't care. At least with Tales of Arise, they didn't really add much. They added that extra difficulty, which is shit. Because at the beginning you do like one damage. It's just like Tales of the Abyss. I'm like, haven't you learned anything from Tales of the Abyss? And they added the Sword Art Online collab, but that doesn't really. That's a shitty value. It's like $12. It's like one boss fight. Even if you really like that game, that's a terrible value. Because by the time they added it, there was like nothing left to do. People already finished the game. Anyway, I'm done for now. I will catch you guys later today, depending on if I can fix these problems. And it really seems like there's nothing wrong with my computer, but They don't have another PTR this XSplit, so I'll try to do what I can. Will probably be a kitty sitting stream today, for sure. I would like to probably play some other World Legends over there or something. That might be the only stream today. Depends on how things go. Thanks for watching.